Hey, what's going on? I'm Zach Myers from the band Shinedown. Usually when you find a good clean amp, the dirty side isn't exactly what you want it to be or vice versa. And to me, I base an amp on a big round tone. I'm not a very brash player or things like that. So I got this amp sent to me. The first thing I noticed was the clean channel, which I'm a big fan of, and then the low end bass response on it. Kind of just playing around and getting those like low end notes, but still having the crispness of I'm a big fan of the edge. So when you hear those kind of high end like notes like that, and you can still have the bass in where it's still big and fat and round and stuff like that. So for me, like on a song like 45, if I was playing, the fact that it has the chimey stuff and the low end and the response in the amp from the clean makes so much sense to have, and that's the thing I love about this amp too as far as clean wise. So if I did something like kind of get those cool low end notes, and that's the thing with the clean that I love about it. To have a resilient clean that kind of cuts through when you're playing in sheds or arenas or wherever you're playing and you're going through a PA, when you're a guitar player and there's so much going on, you want your amp to kind of cut through the PA and be heard. And that's what I like about this, and the fact that I pretty much use my settings straight up. I think on the clean I have the bass lifted up a little bit, and I don't know if you can see, everything else is straight up 12 o'clock. And so that's kind of how I like to run my clean. And then you put that with the delay pedal and all the sounds that you kind of get, and the really cool chimey, And also if I'm doing anything, clean on lead, that's such a cool, crystal clear kind of tone. I'm a big gain nerd as far as finding gain that doesn't sit on top of the amp. What I like to call it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but to me, gain needs to be interlocked with the tone. And there's so many amps out there that the tone is there as an underlying thing, but it sounds like the gain is just so high pitched and just kind of laying on top of where the tone is. And with this, as far as the bassiness and the roundness of the tone is so responsive to what I do, and you can just feel kind of air pushing from the cab. So. There's so many songs that we play that have that kind of low end, gainy, just pushy tone. And this amp, as far as that goes, is one of the best I've heard. This company's always been good at making tones to where everyone can like it, and you can make it your own. You don't have to be a jazz player, a blues player, a rock player, a metal player. You can kind of make everything your own, and that's what's special to me about this amp. Is I've gotten so many cool tones whether I've been playing a blues gig or a rock gig or a metal gig or whatever. And so just the kind of responsive tone out of that dirty channel is really good. You can also kind of back down too, and kind of, if you're playing any rhythm stuff, get a really cool. And kind of back it off and then have like a little bit more of a lighter gain tone as well. So that is what I love about this amp. And also the fact that it can get loud, and to me, when amps can get loud and not necessarily the clean break up, or I'm a big fan of true clean tone. Like I don't really like my clean to break up like a Marshall or anything like that. So the fact when I can do this and have it not break up, and I can have the dirty, and I can push, and I can turn it up loud, and it doesn't sound like the cabinet's going to blow up behind me, is also very important. So this is the PRS Archon.